Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be with you today. My name is Magdala Ramirez, and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. Today, we're going to be talking about the Melway. And we are in this wave of Tecpatl. Tecpatl, it is the obsidian knife, and it is the seventh chakra. It is that part where the male and female gets together. It is that understanding of your connection and the key for many, many dimensions. When I'm talking about female and male, I'm talking about an energy that it is masculine and feminine that resides in every single creation. If it is a flower, if it is a tree, if it is a human being. Human being, it doesn't matter even the sex preferences. You still need to make the work of that balance of the male and female. And I want to start by saying these stories in Maya land, my own tribe, about this time when I was in a gathering with the elders, the abuelos and the brothers in Maya land, and they were telling me, you need to give birth to the true men. We are so few. And when they say you means all the women, how do we give birth to a grown-up man? That true man. And I told them we are doing as much as we can. I saw in Maya land too, in the plaza in Valladolid, this beautiful man singing in his drum, making a ceremony in the middle of the plaza with all these young men talking about the sacredness of the feminine and how to honor that place of the sacredness of the women. And it was such a beautiful, beautiful encounter that I began to dance, and suddenly you have the whole plaza dancing with his song about the sacredness of the feminine. And this is a very powerful knowledge because the sacredness of the feminine, the divine feminine, does not come in here to destroy any religion or tradition, but to consummate them. Means that she is giving light. She is giving birth to a new world, a new understanding. But she does need to understand that balance within the self of that masculine way. That divine masculine way. We have a chat yesterday in our school, the Sunday class. And it was so many questions from so many women that comes from different backgrounds and ages. And it was very, very powerful to observe that tendency to think about the masculine way, thinking that it is only in the men. And it is not true. We come from both. This world is a duality, male and female. And it is you, the one who make the bridge. And it is true that for the feminine, it is coming from that place within the self and coming from that inside to the outside. And that is where it has been the struggle for such a long time. The masculine way comes from the outside to the inside. Like meditation. And it has been very beautiful to calm your mind and listen to your heart. It has been very powerful. But that is the male way. Now the point is, from that inside where all this wisdom reside, all this power reside, all this understanding and access reside, coming from that place and bring it into the outside, that is giving birth to the new world. And that is the feminine ways. The feminine ways and the masculine ways needs to meet at one point. And in the past generations, there was all these distortions of the patriarchal system. Maybe your parents didn't teach you these ways because they didn't know about it. But now you do have access to these teachings. And that is very, very important to listen where it is that key that you have in your balance and how to, as a woman, give birth to the new world. That world of the manifestation. That world where that it is being understanding that sacredness of life. That divine light body that you have. That perfect balance that resides within your own self. It is true that bringing it forward as a woman, it has been a big challenge for the feminine because she has been so shut down in the system. They make you not to believe in yourself. You didn't know how to make all these ways. You thought for such a long time that it was the masculine, the one who holds the power. And it is not true. It has always been about the feminine. Why? Because in this planet, everything comes from the feminine. That feminine, it is that quantum physics. It is the hidden world, the part that you don't see, but it is there. That beautiful wisdom that you have access. And from there, being able to bring it forward with honor and respect. The honor and respect about the feminine starts with you. Like the abuelas used to say, a man will go as far as you let them go. They have all these teachings that I hear it when I was growing up. And understanding this part, it is not through being a victim, but to hold on into the power that you have as a woman. Means that that divine masculine, that true man, it is you. How this one is going to work? Well, there is the Father. The Father is the one that holds the laws. And he holds the cycles of the whole creation. The planets have cycles. Every single part of the creation, the trees, the flowers, the wolves, every single part of the creation holds a cycle. Human beings have a cycle. The cycle of the human being is 260 days. That it is beautiful because it is like a huge ecosystem, let's put it this way. You are part of a beautiful orchestra of the multiverse. And each one have a law. And every dimension have different laws. And as you begin to grow within your own self, making your spiritual work, you are able to reach different parts of your being that it has to do with multidimensionality. And it has different laws. That is the beautiful Father. And it is holding hands too with a beautiful Great Mother. The Great Mother is the essence of all the vibrations. She is the one that gives birth to that world of oneness. It is an awareness within your own self to understand this. That world of the essence is way too important because this is about love. This understanding of yourself, it is about love. You have always been love. That is why, as a woman, you are the teacher of love. What are you teaching? And as much more you understand yourself in that way, as much power you are giving birth to everyone around you by seeing them as love. For love has no beginning, no end. Then there is the Son of God. The Son of God, it is the one that it is able to hold on the truth no matter what. He's the one who has the staff and say it. Is that brave? Is that strong? And it is that powerful to be able to say it and said, I don't think so. This is not how the things are going to be done. And this is being represented by many beautiful men that has been in this realm. You have the Christ, you have the Buddha, you have the Huitzilopochtli, you have the Quetzalcoatl, you have many men that they have been able to stand up in their truth. Then you have the daughter of the Great Mother. She is the one that gives birth. She is the one that it is completely psychic and recognize herself as that daughter of the Great Mother. She's not a victim. She understands that in every emotion there is so much passion. She understands herself as life, for she is the life giver. And you are in the middle, exactly in the middle of these four directions. Means that you are the father, you are the mother, you are the son, and you are the daughter of the Great Mother. They all are interconnected with you, in you. And that brings honor and respect. That's where the duality turns into one, the triad, the perfect triad within your own self. You have, as a woman, you have the power to bring it forward, all this wisdom. As a man, you have the power to honor where it comes from and recognize the source and say it. You have the power of the Great Mother and the knowledge of the Great Father, and they all relate with an understanding that you are love, that you are life, that you have always been. That understanding within yourself, what you're doing in here. It is your purpose in life that no one can do but you. No one can make your work because it's very, very unique. Yet it is part of the law of the understanding of being human. What do this mean? Recognizing the programming that it was installed in the feminine and in the masculine too, and overcoming those lies at the moment that you have the guts to present a truth. That truth will literally cut all these lies. As a woman, they told you that you were not important, that only the masculine was important. That was a lie. The manifestation is just part of the hologram, and it is part of your job. In your job description is to bring it forward, your purpose in life, and say it. And be that brave, honor, and respect. We have been working so much in the code of honor of the masculine. In everything it has to do about the word. Having a word of honor. If you said something, you must do. You must respect the brotherhood and the sisterhood. There is many traditions, and each one of them of the masculine, the warrior societies. It has a code of honor of that warrior society. But that code of honor, it comes from the feminine code of honor. That is about the sisterhood. It is about the connection that you have with the one that created you. And honor and respect yourself. It is imperative at this time. Supporting that beautiful understanding of remembering who you are as a human being. Embody as a woman in your way of living. That is the masculine way. Embody that sacredness that you are. Means stop manipulating. Stop needing the men, but loving the men. By respecting yourself and not losing yourself in the system. In that way, you're giving birth to the new men. For such a long time in the programming, the men were so afraid, so afraid of a powerful woman. That is the boy, not the man. That boy needs to grow up in those parts of the masculine that it was so much programming. And you can put all this programming that it has been imposed on the men. They say the men don't cry. The man is not afraid of anything. The truth is that that masculine is very afraid of the feminine. That is why in the ancient traditions, the ultimate initiation for the masculine, it was about the divine feminine. He needed to face that part in him and not be afraid of love. Any man that it is afraid of love, it is the boy. The man needs to grow up and be a man and relate with the feminine as a man, not as a boy. The woman is not there to nurture the men and becomes their mother. That was the job of their mother, not the job of the women. The women is there to give birth, to give light to that man. Understanding these concepts is very, very important. How she's gonna do this? She needs to relate with the masculine as a woman. Not as that program woman that demanding a better man when she cannot embrace that better man within herself. Means don't lie. Don't manipulate the men. Love the men. But you're not there to become their mothers. Hold on into your space as a woman. Embrace this part in you that you're not afraid to stand up in your truth as a woman. Respect the traditions, the natural traditions that it is everywhere in the world of the feminine. Because we are the one who holds the tribe. We are the ones who hold the culture. We are the ones who direct everything. For we are that powerful as a woman. This is the time to bring the inside to the outside and the outside to the inside. The sacred bridge, it is within you. As a woman or as a man, doesn't matter. It needs to be that way. The man who is afraid of a powerful woman is just a boy. He needs to grow up and understand that the teachers of love that he has all his life. In our tradition, they say, you never hurt a woman, not even with the petal of a rose, ni con el pétalo de una rosa. Means, if you hurt a woman, that woman is gonna remember you. And you're gonna have to deal with this energy. Just like the earth remembers absolutely everyone, all civilizations that it has been in here, so it is that woman. When a man hurts a woman, she will remember. That forgiveness needs to happen within the self, as a man and as a woman, because nobody's victim in here. You're creating stories. Those stories are going to hold you back every time that these situations happened. The ancestors were wise, very wise, and it wasn't about the protection of the feminine. It was about the understanding of the true man, for the true man will never hurt life, will never hurt the light givers. It will honor and respect, for they can see themselves as sacred and all life as sacred. A woman is not about being used and misused. And he knows that he will have this horrible, we can call it what, curse, if he hurts a woman, for she will remember. This is the time of the forgiveness for men and women. This is the time when you bring those forces within your own self and heal your feminine side and your masculine sides within yourself for all human beings. This is the time when we open the doors for the many worlds. I am reminding you that we do have a school online. We have an upcoming ceremony, priestess ceremony. This is once a year in May. If you are interested, let me know. And also a reminder for you to download Messages from the Great Mother. It is in your phone. In any phone, you can find it in your app. It's a new app that we have. The Great Mother wants you to remember that she's always with you, every day. I am so thankful for your work. Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate, Tlatzocomate. I am you. I am Magdala.